There is a virus that deteriorates your ability to achieve, to lead, to get the lasting confidence you deserve. Find out in this video what the real reason is you have been called lazy. It's probably not what you think.
What is up? I'm David Bingham. Years ago, I became obsessed with becoming confident and making that confidence last. I was an unconfident, insecure guy. Over the years, through trial and error, I figured out how. And in this video, I'm going to give you the biggest factor in how I was able to change my life from living out of my car to having a beautiful home and living a life that I am proud of, and how you can too. So stick around, you're not going to want to miss this. Let's talk about the self-limiting virus. What the heck is it? How do you know you have it? And more importantly, is how do you cure it? All of this and more coming right up. So if you want to have lasting confidence and raise your level of self-worth, subscribe and make sure to turn on those notifications so you won't miss a single one of these free tips that I'm giving you. I want to get personal with you here. My biggest limiting belief for years was something that I think that many people face. We hear these incredible stories of people facing seemingly insurmountable odds. And I would start to think, dude, wait, I haven't faced anything like that. I didn't grow up in a tragic environment. I have both of my legs. How can I possibly inspire others? I felt as though I was just too average. Like there wasn't anything special about me. We all go through stages where we just don't feel so confident. So take a second to share an area where you aren't feeling so confident by commenting on this video below. You'll quickly find that you're not the only one that feels that way. And heck, I might just make yours as a topic for my next video. The limiting belief virus is an airborne virus. You get it from the looks that people give or the words that they say. How do I mean? Merriam-Webster defines beliefs as something accepted, considered to be true, or held as an opinion. Limiting beliefs are just beliefs that are crushing your chances at success and killing your confidence. Think of beliefs like a filter for your life. Kind of like an Instagram filter. If you take a selfie, some filters make your photos look good, however, some do not. It may wash you out or dull too many tones in the photo, and that's how beliefs are. Some may negatively filter the words people say and the way you see others, or even your perceptions of what is going on. Take for instance, if you are an overweight guy or girl and you have the belief that fat people can't be attractive, then you will have a hard time finding someone who finds you attractive. Not because you aren't attractive, but because you are repulsing them with your belief. Your brain will be looking for ways to prove that fat people aren't attractive. So here's the real kicker, is you weren't born with a belief system. You picked it up as you grew up. These limiting beliefs weren't yours originally. You adopted them. Maybe it was from your parents or teachers or religious leaders or friends or even society. As a child, your main focus is survival and discovery. Your childlike mind doesn't filter out the beliefs coming in and say, hold on, that one doesn't seem like a good one. So now, as an adult, you are carrying around all of these crappy ideas about the way you are or the way the world is that are preventing you from getting what you want. A symptom of this is if you are trying to achieve a goal, but something is always stopping you. It may be summed up as lazy, but I'm betting there's a limiting belief at play here. Another symptom is simply unconfidence. If you have an area of life where you're not confident, it means you probably have a limiting belief there. Confidence is simply an emotion. To get lasting confidence, you have to stay in that emotional state longer and longer. If your thoughts become your emotions, then your limiting beliefs are keeping you from getting into a confident emotional state. So how do you get rid of limiting beliefs? First, you have to know what they are. Like one that someone has said to me multiple times is that motivational speakers make people uncomfortable. You have to gain awareness about yourself by paying attention to what you're thinking and saying. You have to know your own values, even the ones that are so automatic that you do and say them without even noticing. Here's a quick and easy tip for doing this. Our internal voice typically sounds like our speaking voice. I'll give you a second to think this thought. Notice that when you think that thought, it sounds like your voice. Now this is huge. The voice that you hear when you think limiting beliefs typically isn't your own. It's actually the voice of the person you adopted them from. This makes it really easy to erase them. And how do you do that? The second step to getting rid of limiting beliefs and curing this virus is you have to question those limiting beliefs. You have to prove them. Here's an example of what I mean. Going back to the belief that motivational speakers make people uncomfortable. Once those words are spoken, I have a choice. Either I can adopt them and ruin all of my chances of becoming a motivational speaker, or I can challenge them. So let's think about that. If that were true, why do Tony Robbins or Les Brown or Jim Rohn have so many people listening to them? It doesn't even make sense. And boom! That belief just got dispelled, and now neither I nor you have to ever worry about that one. Here's what's interesting. Once you start making those limiting beliefs prove themselves, you'll quickly find that a lot of them just dissipate because they're just simply irrational and don't make sense. Another way is to get to the root of the limiting belief. And honestly, the root is pretty much the same for all of them. That's really easy for me to just say. So here's an example. Let's go back to the belief I said earlier, that fat people aren't attractive. See, this belief, if you really look at it, really means that I am overweight and not attractive as I am. See, limiting beliefs pretty much all carry that same weight that you are not good enough just as you are. That root right there, if we can get rid of that root, you will start to see big results. So you want me to dispel that one for you? That's easy. Not everyone finds skinny people attractive. Just take a look as you're out and about and you'll see that to be true. I promise. Boom! Dispelled! Now the third step is that you have to take that limiting belief and replace it with a positive one. For this to last and to give you confidence, you can't just get rid of the limiting belief. You have to replace it. You have to replace it with one that leads you to what you want. Like the belief that I said I had for years, that how can I be inspiring? I had to change that. And I changed it with the truth. I was living out of my car. And over the years, I built a life I am proud of by raising my confidence and gaining a high self-worth. And that story can be used to help other people get lasting confidence faster than they would have been able to do on their own. So I hope that my story has inspired you to live your fullest life. And if so, I humbly ask that you share this message with someone you know needs it, so that together we can help others live their fullest life. That is mine. Based off of what you want, you will have to decide what your new belief will be. The next step is that you have to affirm that new belief until it becomes the new normal. Earlier I said that beliefs can become automatic, habitual, to the point where you don't even notice them. What we have to do is make that true for the new belief. You have to affirm or speak aloud or in your head that new belief daily and as often as you can. Said best by Muhammad Ali, it's a repetition of affirmation that leads to belief. And once that belief becomes a deep conviction, that's when things begin to happen. Find the limiting beliefs that are killing your confidence, challenge them, and replace them, and create a new belief that you affirm every day until it becomes a deep conviction. Replacing limiting beliefs is just one tip in my journey. So if you want to gain lasting confidence and raise your level of self-worth, then subscribe and make sure to turn on notifications and you'll be on your way. Hopefully, you didn't miss videos 1 and 2 of this series, because if you did, you're missing a big piece of the puzzle. So you can check out either one of those coming up. Until next time though, stay confident, my friend.